Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill, the Executive Director of the Detroit Business Hub Group. I'm here with my special guest this evening, Dan Greer. He's a seasoned insurance agent in health and life insurance, and I'm going to allow him to introduce himself further. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, thank you, Nancy. It's really a pleasure to join you, and I really appreciate it, my friend. My name is Daniel Greer, and I actually reside in Jackson, Michigan. I'm an independent insurance agent. I work for myself, and I actually work all over the state of Michigan and 5 other states around the country. I mostly work in the senior market, assisting folks with their Medicare supplements and so forth. But I also assist people with alternatives to major medical, such as the Marketplace, Affordable Care Act plans. I am also, I am also licensed in property and casualty. I don't really focus in that area, but I do a little bit of that as well. And then I also am a trainer. I am a training consultant for a few different organizations, most notably Insurance Advisors Direct, which is located in Novi, Michigan. They are an insurance brokerage for life and health agents, and they are a national brokerage. And I was employed with them for 3 years, and my boss there allowed me to write business on my own time. And in 3 years of working for them and writing business on my own time, I built up a personal book of business that became more than I could handle by having a full-time position at the brokerage. And so I left the brokerage, went fully on my own, independent, and I still do a lot of training for them. And I have relationships, like I said, all over the country, all over the state. And I'm just very, very blessed and fortunate to do what I do. It's a very rewarding career. It's a relationship business. And so a lot of my customers become close friends and, agents that I train and so forth. It's just really rewarding to help, I guess they say the rising tide lifts all boats, right? So I'm excited to be here with you, my friend. And did you have some questions, or do you want to try and go into the PowerPoint?
Yeah, we'll get started with the PowerPoint. I did want to say thank you so much for helping my mom out. That's one of the people you helped out. And I was referred to you by another insurance agent.
Yeah.
You know that I'm licensed in health and life and property and casualty as well. However, health insurance was definitely not my specialty with the Fortune 500 company that I was working for. So I did need some expertise in that area. And I'm glad that you were able to help my mom out, and that, hopefully you'll be helping some other individuals out this evening as well. So
absolutely. Yeah. Well, again, this is sort of a two-edged sword, so to speak, today. I understand you have many self-employed types viewing with us tonight, and some are real estate agents, some are insurance agents. If you're an insurance agent watching us here tonight, you might be intrigued. Maybe you're doing health insurance for folks. Maybe you've never heard of these alternative plans that we're going to be talking about tonight. And maybe you might be interested in getting contracted and appointed so that you can write these plans yourselves for your customers. And the other side of it is maybe you think you're paying too much for your health insurance through the Marketplace. Mm-hmm. We usually save people 30 to 60% on premiums alone. We'll get more into that in a little bit, but just keep that in the back of your mind. If you're a licensed health insurance agent out there, I can help you get contracted and appointed, and I'll also help train you and get your feet underneath you so you can write these types of plans.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the tragedies sometimes in sales is that you'll have sales agents and consultants who sell a product that they themselves don't have. So yeah, if you're a health insurance agent, you definitely want to have your own health insurance. That's pretty important in terms of using that as a sales tool.
Oh, that's exactly my thing, Nancy. What I show to my prospects is what I have for myself. That's
Exactly.
that's a huge selling point.
That's like
You
sales
know,
101. It's just basic common sense.
exactly,
Because that's
exactly.
most of your prospects and potential clients. That's your next question. Well, how do you like the product? And if you're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I use something else, or how do you come back with? How do you make a comeback to the statement when you don't have it yourself? So it just seems like you're a little hypocritical at that point.
hmm
So yeah, having it in place is important.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I help agents all over the country diversify themselves and have more tools in their tool belt to offer their clients. And we'll dig into that here. Um, any other questions before we get started then with the
No,
show?
jump right in. Let's get the show started.
All right. Well, just a disclaimer here, ladies and gentlemen. We hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties. We were rehearsing a little bit and we couldn't get this PowerPoint to slow down, but we're going to try to have Nancy at the controls and see if she can keep these pages from flipping too fast. If not, I can always email you the PowerPoint at a later time. Hopefully,
Okay.
you can see my contact info in the chat box. And if
Mhm.
you can't, we'll make sure you get that. But yeah, I'd love to speak with folks one on one anytime uh, they can reach out to me. So, all right.
Okay.
All right. So today again we're going to focus on the under 65 health insurance products, and there we go. Why these make sense for your clients, for your sales practice, or maybe even your own needs. Um, so, what kind of agents will benefit? If maybe you're a Medicare agent, maybe you're selling marketplace plans, maybe you're a life insurance agent or a financial advisor, property and casualty agents. The real push in the property and casualty area right now is to become a one-stop shop. And like I said, we're going to try to help you diversify yourself. It's good to develop clients for life. Yeah, these pages are going really fast. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to let them roll, Nancy. I'm going to get
Okay, sure.
on my end. I'll just talk from my PowerPoint. Um,
Okay, no problem. Yeah, it does
and
look like it's even going faster than 2 minutes. I'll
that's
see what
okay.
I'm gonna try with my editing, see what I can do with my editing skills here.
Okay. Well, again, we'll just the whole idea and concept is again, and I don't want to just focus on insurance agents. Maybe you're a real estate agent. You could be a self-employed
Yeah,
contractor, carpenter, electrician, whatever you might be out there. There's two benefits going on here. Number one, if you have to go into the marketplace and buy your own health insurance, no matter what your profession is, it's probably costing you a lot. You probably have a high deductible, and the benefits aren't, you're really not getting to utilize the benefits much because of those high deductibles. And so you're really not getting much return on your dollar for those premiums that you're paying. We can save you money on those premiums. I personally have been on this alternative package of benefits for over 4 years. I'm a young, healthy 54-year-old, and I save over $400, well over $400 a month just in premiums alone. And then I have access to my benefits right away because there's essentially no deductibles. Okay. So that when you can get those benefits, you can improve your quality of life. And I'll just give you an example real quick. last September, I strained my wrist when I was golfing.
Hmm.
And the next morning, I couldn't bend my wrist. So
Oh, no.
I had to go to urgent care on a Saturday morning, and they did an x-ray and referred me for physical therapy. And I had benefits for all of that right away. I didn't have to worry about a deductible. If I had been on a major medical Affordable Care Act plan, those have thousands of dollars for their deductibles, some as high as $8,500. And most people never hit those deductibles, right? So
Exactly.
you have to pay out of pocket for that kind of care until you meet that deductible.
You mean like a
So,
health savings plan?
well, a lot of the major medical, marketplace plans, they have health savings account capabilities. So, that does help. But like I said, when you can save several $100s a month in premium, why would you go on a plan like that? We'll dig into it a little bit further, but again, keeping in mind here as we go along, if you are a licensed agent, we may be able to help you expand your business. Okay, so not everyone wants or needs or can afford these high cost Affordable Care Act plans. Let me give you some healthcare statistics. Yeah, I'm kind of jumping around here, but
No, it's okay. Nobody would know it. I mean, we can't see your screen or anything, so that's fine. I am
okay,
downloading it again. Apparently, I thought it was 2 minutes. It looked like more like 2 seconds, so I readjusted the timing. So as soon as I can get it back up for you, I'll do that.
okay, and then because I'm looking at my own PowerPoint. I can't see our screen, but all
That's
right.
okay.
So when it comes to like healthcare spending statistics, research shows only two out of 1,000 ever need more than $1 million for their health care for their whole life. That's
Wow.
0.002% of people ever need more than $1 million for their lifetime, for their health care. And if you use your noggin here, common sense would tell you if it ever did happen to you, the most likely time that it would is when you're 65 or above, right? As we age, our health, generally speaking, declines.
Right.
And, I can speak, like with my mother, which she had a lot of health issues in her life, but the worst part was at the end, and God rest her soul. She's not suffering no more. She's got her new body up there in heaven. That's my beliefs, anyways.
Right.
So, so, but when you turn 65, that's when you get on your Medicare. And if you have a good agent like a Dan Greer or, Nancy O'Neill or whomever that you work with, they'll help you get a good policy at that time. All right. So 88% of our population here in the country is in good, very good, or excellent health. Okay. So only 5% of the population, the most frail and ill among us, they account for over half of the healthcare spending in the country.
Wow.
So most of us are in good health, and we don't need to spend an arm and a leg in premium for a high deductible health insurance plan that really doesn't do anything for us. So what we're trying to do is when we compare what these major medical plans are, they're basically one size fits all. They're not very customizable. They cover everything under the sun, and there's no pre-existing conditions clauses on there So whatever you have going on when you sign up for these plans, they have to cover it. And that's a good thing. I'm not knocking it, but that does make it more expensive as well. Okay. Naturally, like everything else in life, insurance is kind of one of those you get what you pay for kind of things, right?
Mhm.
The more benefits you want, the more premium you have to pay to get that. But major medical, you can't really customize it to your wants, your needs, your budget. Like for myself, right? 54, young, healthy guy. I don't really need coverage for labor and delivery of a baby. So,
One would hope not. I'd be a little nervous if I see you in the delivery room.
right. Yeah, I remember that old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie he did. I don't remember the name of it. It was so terrible, but he had a baby in the movie.
Oh no.
It was horrible. Anyway, but if I go on a major medical plan, I'm paying for that kind of coverage that I don't even need. I can't take it out of there. Um, so, um, with the plans I'm going to get into here a little bit more, um, there are some limits on what they cover, what they don't cover, how much. Well, yeah, in a major medical, there's an unlimited lifetime maximum benefit amount. Okay, so something really bad, catastrophic happens to me, they're just going to keep paying and paying and paying. They can't kick me off the plan due to my health issues and things like that. And there again is another thing that makes it more expensive. Um, hey, insurance companies are in the business to make money, right?
Absolutely.
So if you are in insurance, you probably know the basis of insurance is lessening of risk. As a customer, I give the insurance company money, they take on some or all of my risk. Well, they have to limit their risk as well. And that's what these alternative plans do. We refer to them as limited medical plans because they put certain limits on it. For example, a $5 million lifetime maximum benefit. But if we just listen to those statistics, not very many of us are going to need $5 million for our whole life for our health care, right? Almost
Correct.
nobody. So then we have a calendar year maximum benefit amount. We have you know, we we don't cover everything under the sun. We don't cover labor and delivery on a lot of these plans, and that helps lower the price. Again, um, these are customizable plans rather than one plan, one policy that does everything, so to speak. We put together a package of benefits, and we can customize that to your wants, your needs, your budget, and so on and so forth. And so we have our foundational plan that's called a hospital indemnity fixed benefit plan. And that's our foundation that we build the house on. And then we stack some other optional policies on that most of the time for most people, such as critical illness coverage, 24-hour accident coverage with accidental injury disability income coverage, dental and vision, standalone cancer policy, and others, to name a few. Now, with these limited medical plans, there's probably hundreds of these kinds of plans out there available. It's my job as an agent, as a trainer for these types of products. I have to know the market, and I have to be able to. And even as a salesperson, I want to be able to offer my customers the most insurance they can get for the least amount of money and help them keep as much of their own money in their own pocket as possible by avoiding surprise medical bills. So I have to know these plans and what's out there and what's available. And There's several different companies that we utilize, and sometimes we even mix and match carriers and plans and to put together the package, whatever somebody might need. I mean, most of the companies, I could start naming them, but nobody's going to probably have heard of them unless you're into this already. These companies, they don't spend a bunch of money on advertising. You're not going to see they don't have commercials on TV and stuff like that. They rely on folks like me, agents, to spread the word. And so they get to reinvest the money that they might spend on advertising. They get to put that back into the benefits as well. So that's another positive about it. But let's see here. And maybe you are an agent out there. If you've ever sold major medical Affordable Care Act plans, there's not much reward in it for you. You're lucky if you get paid 6% commissions. With these types of plans, you have a potential of 20 to 30 or even more percent commission on these products. And so therefore, the time you spend with folks, you get rewarded for it nicely. Let's see here. The plans that I offer, I want to go with the richest benefit plans available for my customers. And like I said, there's hundreds of them out there. Most of these limited medical plans are what we call skinny plans. In other words, there's no benefit, no meat on the bones when it comes to benefits. And I've known a lot of people who have seen these things and they signed up for them because they thought, oh my gosh, health insurance for that price? Wow, that's great. Well, then something happens to them and they need medical services, and there's not much benefit there and they get burned by the plan. So that's not a good thing. I don't mess around with skinny plans. There's other things out there that aren't even really insurance. And I'm not trying to speak badly of them. There's things that are called faith-based health sharing ministries, where they don't even call it insurance. It's not reviewed and filed with the state office of insurance. So there's no guarantee of benefits with those kinds of plans. Now, I'm a person of faith myself, but I also when I buy insurance, I want to have a guarantee of payment of claims. So I don't get involved with those kinds of products. Ultimately, we're able to save people 30 to 60% on their premiums. We give them access to their benefits right away with essentially no deductibles. Save money on out-of-pocket costs. For example, when I strained my wrist and I went to the urgent care and they did an x-ray, and then that was on a Saturday. On Tuesday, I started my physical therapy, and I went to 10 visits of physical therapy. A couple weeks into the situation, I got an explanation of benefits from my insurance company. They had paid the bill for the urgent care and the x-ray. And oh, guess what? By the way, there was a check in there also because I had excess benefits. There was benefits left over after they paid the bill at the urgent care. I got a check for $475, folks. How often do you hear that? So it's really an awesome kind of way of doing it. It's pretty much cutting edge. There's year-round enrollment, which, of course, maybe you're aware, the president has extended the open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act plans. They're talking about opening it up for the whole rest of the year. With these plans, you can sign up at any time. No enrollment periods needed. No network requirements. You can get your care wherever you want. Get the routine care you need, like a strained wrist or a sprained ankle or something. get that right away. Improve your quality of life. And once you get on these plans, you don't have to re-enroll next year. As long as you keep paying your premiums, the plan keeps right on and going. So, here's something this is just a little technique I use with my clients. If I can give you better benefits or lower premiums or both, you'd want to take advantage of that, wouldn't you? And almost all the time people say, well, sure, absolutely. Again, if you are an agent out there, get a hold of me offline. There's plenty of money to be made in this area. I could give you more specifics later on. It's in the PowerPoint, but not only that, if you're in the health insurance business, you help your clients get lower their, really just save money all the way around. They're more happy. They're bound to refer people to you. Maybe you're a financial advisor. Maybe you're a life insurance agent or something like this. If you can help your people save money on their health insurance, guess what? They have more money to invest with you. And if you don't want to get life and health licensed, or if you're a financial advisor or something like that, hey, I have referral partnerships with agents all over the place. I'd be happy to entertain a relationship with you where we can, send you referral bonuses. I do it all the time. So I just love what I do. I think, Nancy, I'm kind of winding down here, but I don't know if there's any questions. We're happy to take any questions that may be out there, or maybe if you have some. Oh, I think you muted yourself, my friend.
Thank
There
you.
you go. Yeah.
I didn't even realize I had done that. I do have a couple more questions, Dan. So one question is, I didn't tell you this, but before I actually worked for the Fortune 500 insurance company for PNC, I did sell health insurance for Aflac for a year. And they do pay decent commission. I guess for me, the issue is finding leads. So I think that's kind of a concern that some insurance agents have. If I were to sell life insurance or health insurance full time, how would I keep my sales tunnel full? So I know you just said you have a referral program, but how would you, how do you do what you do? How do you duplicate yourself?
Well, that's a great question. And as I said, when I worked for the brokerage for 3 years, part of that job was recruiting agents as well. And I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of agents over my time in this business. That's the number one question I get. So how do you got any leads for me? Can I buy some leads? How do I get leads? So I'm not a fan of buying leads, Nancy. They just don't work very good. They might be recycled leads. There could be all kinds of issues with them. And I'm not saying I never buy leads, okay? I have done it on occasion. And there are certain systems and vendors that do that, and they do it very well. But even still, it's the best advertising can never be bought. It can only be earned. And you have to set the groundwork right from the beginning of your conversation with your prospects. Okay. So there goes there. You're going to see some of the PowerPoint pages. Just try to read them really fast.
I tried to set the settings, time settings several times. So I'm hoping that one of these is going to work, but I will definitely do some brushing up on my PowerPoint techniques.
Yeah, no problem. but what I've done in my personal business is um, I explain to people, hey, I'm in business for myself. Um, I can't afford to put you in a plan that burns you because that's not building my business. Okay.
Right.
I have to treat you like my family. Um, and if I do that and I achieve my mission statement, once again, my mission statement is I want to give you the most insurance you can get for the least amount of money and help you keep as much of your own money in your own pocket as possible by avoiding surprise medical bills.
Mm.
Um, I learned that from the beginning when I got in this business about 7 years ago. I don't think that's a copyrighted statement, so I think I can use it. Hopefully, I'm not infringing on anyone. But the thing is, we're in a relationship business. We're in a trust business. If I can earn your trust, right, Nancy?
Absolutely.
I'll probably earn your business. So, but when I do that, when I achieve all of that, you're more than likely going to refer people to me anyways. But
Mhm.
I let it be known at the very beginning. This is how I'm building my business. There's my contact info. If you take a snapshot of that, you can get in touch with me later.
It's in the
Um,
chat box too.
yep. So that's really now. If you're not going to build this overnight, okay, you
Right.
have to work really hard if you were going to do that. But again, having the connections that I do with the brokerage, Insurance Advisors Direct, again, they're a great um, FMO. And for example, they helped me set up a kiosk in Walmart last fall during the Medicare annual enrollment period.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was outstanding. I was able to help many people that way. Um, it was just incredible. So now at that time of the year, I was working about 80 hours a week at least
Wow.
for about 7 8 weeks or so. No, actually more like 9 or 10 weeks. But you know, this is a rewarding business. You know, I make my customers become my friends. They're like friends and family to me. I travel with some of them. I go golfing with some of them, fishing, whatever you know. It's just a really great relationship business, and that's the best way I can tell you and advise you to build your business is to set the groundwork for referrals right up at the beginning of things.
Yeah, referrals is so important. And like just for instance, as an example, I was referred to you by another
Yeah,
insurance agent. So what you do with referrals, first of all, it's free. Like you said, the most important sales that you can get are earned that you can't go out and, um, just buy some leads. And most of the time when people are purchasing leads, especially with PNC, they're looking for the cheapest price possible. So it's not necessarily, it probably doesn't have anything to do with your sales skills. Your premium's 10 or $20 cheaper than the guy they already have. So they switched you for 6 months, and guess what? Another 6 months are going to be doing the exact same thing over again.
yeah.
So yeah, so referrals are very important. And I think especially when you're selling a service, so like, we insurance, we're kind of selling a product and service combined because you are selling products too, but they do really appreciate the customer service and it does go a long way. Um,
Well, to build on that, Nancy, also like I think you had said that there's probably some real estate agents watching today,
yeah,
other types of business. You can partner with anybody. Yeah, I'd
yes,
love to partner with some of the real estate agents watching the show today, because you know what, real estate agents, they're experts at referring.
yeah,
They have
yeah,
contractors, inspectors, painters, carpet layers,
right.
whatever. They know everybody, right? That you might need for needs for your house. So
Mhm.
they are masters of referrals. So if you're a real estate agent out there, you might, hey, give me a phone call. Let's do a little bit of referring back and forth, maybe.
Yeah, and that's the whole purpose and the beauty of groups like Detroit Business Hub Group, is that we share referrals between each other. As an example, my Dale Grant, he's an accountant for a couple of the members, including myself. Um, Also, our treasurer and insurance agent on the PNC side, Gregory Blackwell, is one of he is my insurance agent as well for the business and for me personally for my auto insurance. So we definitely share a business between each other. That was one of the reasons why I started the organization. And then on a broader scale, we network between each other because you're always continually building and expanding your web or your ecosystem to find more people, draw more people into the net. So so we didn't just want to trade between ourselves or offer each other referrals, and we wanted to, help build each other's businesses as well.
Yeah. The other one little quick point here I wanted to share too is these health plans I was talking about for a little bit there. These aren't just for individuals and families. We do a lot of small employer groups, like under 50 employees.
Right.
And so that might be something you might be considering, because let's say you're a auto mechanic shop and you got like 5 to 10 employees. You're not able to offer health insurance because it's so darn expensive, or if you do, it's a crappy plan. But maybe the auto shop down the street, maybe they are offering a benefit. They're offering the same wages, but they're offering benefits with it. I'll tell you, being able to offer benefits is one of the key ways of being able to attract and retain talent in your business. And
Absolutely.
everybody knows if you lose a key employee, that's a huge hit on your business, cost wise, because you're not going to be able to produce as much business. And just the simple costs of advertising a position or
Absolutely.
hiring and replacing that person could take 3 to 4 months easily. The economy is quite different right now. It's strange, isn't it, Nancy? Everywhere you go, they have help wanted signs,
Oh, really? Oh my goodness.
open job interviews. It's like everywhere
It
you
looks like
go,
everybody's hiring.
everywhere. I was just in the Indianapolis area last weekend. Same thing down there. It's
Yeah.
incredible. If you want a job, if you can't get a job right now, something's wrong with you, I think.
Well, I
So,
mean, some of it too is like, are they really hiring, or like you said, are the conditions so that if someone's offering if someone can one up you or offer one more benefit that you can't offer, it's
yes.
kind of the same thing as the insurance shopper. They're constantly shopping for the next best deal and next best opportunity. But yeah, I
Yeah.
was just talking to attorney Clinton Hubble. He was one of my guests last week, and we were saying the same thing. It's like talent is like that's the most important thing that you can bring to your business or organization. And if you find someone that's good, it takes you so long to find someone that's really good and to train them. You really don't. You really want them to stick around with you as long as they can.
Absolutely. Yep. So, well, I'm loving this conversation, Nancy. I hope maybe you might consider having me come back sometime. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, great. Sounds good. I'll make sure that the timer on the PowerPoint is working the next time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Got
Well,
any
Dan,
other questions? Any questions coming from the audience?
I don't see any, but let me check the comments section. We did have a few people come to visit us live today. We usually get most of our audience from the replays. So that's why I
Okay.
really wanted to make sure that we got your contact information out there. So hopefully you'll hear from some of the audience based on the replays, and you have your email address and phone number if they have follow-up questions once they view the replay. I really enjoyed having you as a guest. I would like to invite you back so we can have part 2 of this conversation.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming on with such short notice.
Oh,
And like I said, anything I can do to help build your business. I'm glad you brought up the referrals. We're actually coming out with a business directory, so I'll email you more information on that. And even if you decide not to become a member, because I know you're not too close to us, even though I know you travel everywhere
yeah,
across around the state,
yeah.
you are more than welcome to participate in our business directory. It will be open to business owners with Detroit Business Hub Group who are members and open to non-members as well. So we would love for you to be a part of the directory as well.
Well, that's very kind of you, my
Mhm.
friend, and it's really nice to see you and talk with you and everybody who's
Same
joined
here.
in today. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the information you're going to share with me.
Okay, sounds good, Dan. Thanks so much for your time tonight. Have a great evening.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot, Nancy.
Okay, take care.
All right.
Good night, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye bye.